पाकिस्तानी अमेरिकन कम्युनिटी न्यूयॉर्क के 5 साल रुकन शहरयार अली नासा काउंटी न्यूयॉर्क के डिस्ट्रिक्ट 3 से लेजिस्लेटर के उम्मीदवार के तौर पर सामने आ गए हैं। शहरयार अली, जो कि नासा काउंटी में डिप्टी काउंटी अटॉर्नी के तौर पर खिदमात अंजाम दे रहे हैं, को डिस्ट्रिक्ट 3 से रिपब्लिकन पार्टी के उम्मीदवार के तौर पर चेयरमैन रिपब्लिकन पार्टी नासा काउंटी जो कायरो ने नामजद किया। शहरयार अली पाकिस्तानी अमेरिकन कम्युनिटी की मारूफ सियासी व समाजी शख्सियत और नासा काउंटी एग्जेक्टिव ब्रूस ब्रेकमैन के सीनियर एडवाइज़र चौधरी अकरम रहमानिया के साहबजादे हैं। चेयरमैन रिपब्लिकन पार्टी नासा काउंटी जो कायरो ने मेयर वैली स्ट्रीम विलेज एड फेयर समेत अहम रिपब्लिकन कायदीन और साउथ एशियन व पाकिस्तानी अमेरिकन कम्युनिटी कायदीन के साथ एक बड़े इज्तिमा में शहरयार अली को डिस्ट्रिक्ट 3 से पार्टी उम्मीदवार के तौर पर पेश करते हुए कहा कि शहरयार अली हमारे आइंदा लेजिस्लेटर होंगे। शहरयार अली अगर मुंतखब हो जाते हैं तो वो नासा काउंटी से मुंतखब होने वाले पहले साउथ एशियन, मुस्लिम और पाकिस्तानी अमेरिकन लेजिस्लेटर होंगे। आइए चेयरमैन जो कायरो की शहरयार अली समेत दीगर कायदीन के साथ मुश्तरका प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस देखते हैं।
I don't know if you are, but we're very excited because, yeah, why not? Because years ago, when the county legislature was first created in 1995, this district was a little bit different. And we had a gentleman from North Valley Stream named John Ciotti. And he did a great job, and he won election after election. And then what happened was, about 12 years ago, we kind of took things for granted. And I remember the day after election, I was going into a store on Franklin Avenue, and somebody said, "How did you do yesterday?" And I said, "John Ciotti lost." "How could he possibly lose?" I said, "Did you come out and vote?" He said, "Joe, my wife and I were going to vote, but we had to go to Brooklyn to take care of her sister. We didn't vote." I said, "Well, he lost by 201 votes." And they were 2 votes, and there were a lot more like it who didn't come out and vote. So the first thing I'm going to ask you is this. If you're committed to Shaharyar Ali, if you think that he's a good person, if you think he can do a good job, not only representing the people in the room tonight, but the entire community, you do. I'm glad. And what you're going to do is, not only are you going to come out and vote, but you're going to ask your friends and your neighbors. Because right now, I believe the county, the world is upside down. And we have to straighten things out. We're Republicans. He's running on the Republican line. I think there are a few major issues this year. Taxes. Things are very expensive. Bruce Blakeman in the county, where he'll be serving, he's going to hold the line on taxes this year. In the town of Hempstead, Don Clavin and our team is going to hold the line on taxes. Bail reform, you know where we stand. People come and they commit crimes, and they're out that same night under this crazy liberal policy, this progressive movement. And now the governor has come up and said local people, local towns and villages should have nothing to say about zoning. You know how you work hard? Maybe you came to this country the way some of our parents or grandparents did for a better life. You want to move out of the city. You want to live in Nassau County. You want to live in suburbia. You want your kids to be able to play outside in the street and be safe, to walk to school. Well, the governor wants to change that. The Democrats want to change that. They want to do away with zoning. What is zoning? It's laws that say how you can develop your property. If you live on a block in North Valley Stream or Valley Stream in Elmont, you want a tenement house to be built next to you with maybe 10 or 12 families, rentals? I don't think you want that. Not if you live in suburbia. And that's what the Democrats want to do. They want to do away with zoning. So we have an opportunity this year. This is a very important year for us in the town of Hempstead and Nassau County. Because as one politician said many, many years ago, all politics is local. You got to be concerned about the safety of your kids. You got to be concerned about being able to afford to live here. So we have a great team this year. I'm going to ask them to say a few words. 4 years ago, she became our tax receiver. She just collects the taxes. She doesn't set them, okay? So don't get mad at her for that. but she's on the ballot this year. She comes from Belrose, a small village just north of here. Floral Park is the neighboring community. She's going to help. She's going to help our candidate, Shaharyar, tremendously. That's our tax receiver, Janine Driscoll. Janine.
Thank you, Chairman Cairo, and thank you so much. It's an honor to be here. I got a call this afternoon, and please, can you come? And I said, absolutely. And I'm here because we need to elect good government officials, and we need to have people in office that are going to be responsible, you know, as a whole, as a community, but individuals. All of the issues that the chairman just went through are going to impact and are impacting us every single day. I can tell you, I just had something happen to me. I'm still a little bit off about it. I left my house to come here. I went to work, and then I went home to check on something. I got a call from my daughter. I thought I was leaving here to go to watch her play in her softball game at Floral Park Memorial. She called me. She said, Mom, you have to come to the school and pick me up. And I found out after a few minutes that there's a lockdown. All of the schools in my area were locked down because there was a stabbing in West Hempstead this afternoon. Apparently, the perpetrator was out. I had to go up in person to pick her up, sign her out. There are like 100 parents online. So this is reality. This is every day. These are the things that are happening. I'm getting emails and text messages from my kids' schools all the time. They're in lockdown. They're having a drill. I don't want to live like this. I moved here out of the city for a better life. I'm seeing that single-handedly destroyed by our governor. I'm asking you to do the right thing. You know what to do. We have a fantastic candidate. We need to get this legislature in the right direction. It's going in a fantastic direction right now, but we need them to be able to wholeheartedly support what the county executive wants to do on a daily basis and protect our communities. So I just want to thank you so much for inviting me today. It's an honor to be here. I will be there every step of the way to make sure that in November we have Legislator Ali sitting in the county legislature building. And, you know, and again, I do appreciate the support you give us in the town of Hempstead because, you know, we are, it is a fantastic group of people that I'm blessed to work with. But again, nothing would have been possible for me or any of my colleagues if it wasn't for the hard work and unbelievable determination and dedication of Chairman Joe Cairo. He's just an amazing person. So I want to thank you. I just turn it back over.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're in the village of Valley Street. We have Jay Hunter, the village clerk, who's with us. Let's have a round for Jay. And to say a few words, Mayor Ed Fair. Mayor.
Thank you very much, Chairman. I would say 95% of the people in this room know me. You all worked super hard on my campaigns. My last campaign in March, I was victorious because of Ali, his friends, his family, and the community, and I know that. And I can guarantee, I told Ali, come here, Ali, don't be shy. I told Ali, as hard as I worked on my own campaign, I'm going to work harder on his because it's that important that we have County Legislator Ali at Nassau County Legislature helping our great county executive, Bruce Blakeman, and it's not going to happen if I sit on my hands. We have to get out there. We have to get involved. We have to register our friends, our neighbors, our family, and we have to make sure that they get to the polls on Election Day or they vote by absentee, but that every vote is heard and every vote is counted, and we're going to have a great victory in November. Thank you. Certainly.
Thank you, Mayor. And our town of Hempstead Councilman, Tommy Muscarella. Tommy.
I want to thank the chairman. I was here Thursday night at his Republican headquarters, and I said something that night, and I want to continue to say it here tonight to you. When they announced Ali, I got very excited. I found out he came from Elmont. He went to the Alvati-Sewanaka School District. He went to St. John's. 50 years ago, the Muscarella family lived in Elmont. We went to the Sewanaka School District. My father wanted us to go to St. John's. Ali follows form, but we have to dial it back before that. My family, Muscarella family that came from Italy, came to Brooklyn. We came here to suburbs for a better life. We came into Elmont, and we continued that purpose. They were Democrats where they went when they were in, and I'm going to share this with the chairman. When they came to the suburbs, they changed. The Muscarella family became Republicans. We wanted to make it better. We've done that. My father was a councilman 50 years ago. I happen to be councilman now. Out of Elmont, born and raised. I'm very excited to share that, and more excited tonight. I promised Ali I was going to support him. I promised him I was going to give him the Muscarella support. I promise you all here now, and elections are a participation activity. If we don't fight and go door to door, shame on us. So we are all in lockstep with Ali. We're going to have a successful victory. God bless him, and God bless the chairman.
Let me also recognize in the audience in the back of the room, we have a member of our Republican leadership team, Jimmy Velarde. Jimmy. And she ran a very good race last year in this district in the assembly. That's Cara Castronova. Cara? Now, this man's been working in Valley Stream. He was the mayor. He's been working on behalf of all of our candidates to make our community better. Everybody in Valley Stream knows him. He was a star athlete many years ago in the Valley Stream school system. Johnny DeGrace. Johnny.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. We are so lucky to have a chairman. He's not just our chairman, he's everybody's chairman. He's the greatest chairman in the United States of America, Joe Carroll. Thank you very much, Chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, Chairman Carroll mentioned earlier, we were represented many years ago by an individual who was one of my closest and dearest friends, John Ciotti. And it broke my heart when John passed away, and prior to that when he lost the election. But there is no question in my mind, we're going to take that seat back with Mr. Ali this year, with all your support, and let's do it! Thank you very much!
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, so we're joined tonight by another individual who I'd like to call up. This man he was a young attorney in this area. He worked his way through the Assembly and the Senate, and then he left government to go into private practice. He became an expert in Homeland Security. And you know what's most important? It takes money to run elections. We got to get Ali's picture out there. We got to get him in the newspaper. We got to have people making phone calls. It all costs money, and this man is great, and he's going to help Shaharyar Ali be elected. He's going to help him get out into the community. Let's hear it for Mike Balboni, former Senator Mike Balboni. He's going to be a key contributor to Ali's campaign.
Good to see all of you. I get the chance to work with ICLI. I've been given this great picture into the culture. And this is your moment. This is your choice. You now get the chance to step up and tell the community how much you care about the community by sending the very best. This is what separates us as a nation. We do these elections fair, free, and it's your chance to make your mark on government. Design it the way that reflects your culture, your values, and the things you want for your family. I know as a young candidate, the things I remember the most, right? Joe, when we first ran, the first things like this. You never forget that first rally. You never forget that first show of support from the community. That gives you the strength to go forward. Because it's a daunting task. Government is not always that easy. You being here tonight sends that message that the community is behind it. Absolutely essential. Now do the next step. Raise the money, get out there and talk. Thank you very much.
And now, the next county legislator from the 3rd Legislative District, Shaharyar Ali. Come on!
Thank you so much. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. I want to start off by thanking God. Without God, nothing's possible, and I'm here today because of God's blessings. I want to thank our great chairman of this great Republican Party that we have in Nassau County. You know, the Democrats love to say the Republicans divide us, the Republicans are racist, stuff like that. But look at what the chairman did. The chairman nominated a South Asian Muslim American to run for the Nassau County Legislature. And that's because of his leadership and his vision. I also want to thank my parents, my mom and dad who are here today, for all the sacrifices that they've made for me to be in this position today. I want to thank the South Asian American Small Business Association for all you've done financially and morally for me. And I also want to thank all the volunteers here today from my campaign team. Thank you all. And last but not least, I want to thank my wife who can't be here today. I have two little boys, a 3-year-old and 1-year-old, and both of them are sick, but she's home taking care of them. And ever since I've announced my candidacy, she's made so many sacrifices, and I wouldn't be here without her either. So I want to give a big round of applause to my wife. So my name is Shaharyar Ali. I am a Deputy County Attorney in Nassau County. I defend the Nassau County Police Department, the Nassau County Correction Department, and the Nassau County District Attorney's Office in civil litigation. And before that, I was a prosecutor in Brooklyn prosecuting major felonies. It's my honor to be given the opportunity to run for the 3rd Legislative District. The 3rd Legislative, thank you. The 3rd Legislative District includes Elmont, Valley Stream, and South Floral Park. I'm running because this is my home. I grew up in Elmont. I care about Elmont, and that's why I'm running. I'm running because I want to make sure that I hold the line on taxes with all these great leaders that we have here. Make sure that your taxes are not increased. I want to make sure that you're able to afford to live in these neighborhoods, and I want to make sure that you feel safe in these neighborhoods. I don't want to take up too much time. I know these candidates are very busy, and it's a great honor that they joined us today, but I'm going to finish my speech with one quote. And if you've heard me speak before, you know how much I love this quote. It's by one of my favorite presidents, Abraham Lincoln. And that is, a house divided against itself cannot stand. A house divided against itself cannot stand. So the longer we remain divided by our cultural differences, our religious differences, our racial differences, the longer we won't move up. So it's time that all of us as a South Asian community come together, we unite behind our great candidates on the Republican Party, and we deliver a major victory come November. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.